Hey guys, what's up? It's Carmela Maniac. If you're new to my channel, sit down, take off your coat and stay a while, because today I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing Trumpets, which is the latest release from Clipse. This song is off of their upcoming album called Let God Sort Them Out. Now this song has some mature themes and language, so please be warned.
It's easy, how could you and me be? Ever seen his peers, can't compare, you just CC.
Okay, so wow, I heard the song and I was like, whoa, brother man. This song is snappy, different, and creative. I have to explain to the people why this song is so good. So then I went to look up who these people are, and I didn't realize that they are kind of legends. Clipse is made up of a duo of Pusha T and No Malice. Clipse made music between 1994 and 2010, and this album is their highly anticipated reunion album, which was produced by Pharrell Williams. And now I know they're not just a small hip-hop group that I happened to come across that came out of nowhere with huge talent, but they're legends from the past. Anyway, this song starts off with what is technically the chorus, and it's pretty epic. There isn't much of a beat except for a drum part, and most of the musical parts are made up of melodic synths and whatnot. There's a synth part that sounds a little bit like a human chorus, which holds out long notes, which gives it that cinematic and epic feeling. Then there's also a guitar-like instrument which is playing a simple rhythmic melody.
Pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho, you had to see it.
The melodic elements makes the song very enticing and interesting from the second the song starts, and it definitely piqued my interest into wanting to hear the rest of the song. The melodic elements also somehow make the spoken part by Pusha T sound melodic as well, even though he's on the same note the whole time he raps. Then the beat comes in for the first verse, while this incredibly awesome, instrumentally diverse synth heaven and expansive beat comes in.
Yellow diamonds look like PP. Fly from DC on my private to Waikiki.
Anyway, the beat is very untraditional. It only has a prominent kick/bass element, a actual snare, and a very subtle hi-hat or shaker. Usually a beat has more than just 3 percussive elements. And all of these instruments don't sound traditional either. The snare sounds like an actual snare, the kind where you hit your drumstick against the rim of one of your toms on a drum set. The shaker or hi-hat is so subtle that I almost missed it, but it probably gave the beat the extra bounce that it needed. The kick or bass is very dark sounding with an aggressive attack but overall smooth sound. And I would say the bass element is not usually used as more of a percussive element than a bass element in songs like this. And this kick/bass plays the role of both parts. The kick bass also doesn't play the whole time. There are long moments where it's just the snare and the shaker. And while all this is happening, we have a gritty and dystopian synth that takes the place of the melody in the beat. I think the synth makes the song sound transcendent, expansive, epic, and cinematic. Stinkin' fantastic. It's also kind of a pad that swoops up and down while still emitting a constant noise, and ensnaring the listener with awe.
With the brick I am Luigi, sold ecstasy and disappeared I am Houdini. Look at
the second chorus happens and sounds basically exactly the same as the first one did, but as it contrasts with the verse, it sounds like we fly above and become angels because we don't have a heavy element like the bass, which grounds us.
Reach me, ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe.
Then the second verse drops and is rapped by No Malice, and it makes it sound like we're done soaring above the clouds and we drop down onto a motorcycle to continue racing through the city streets. You know? That's just the image that I get in my head.
Trumpets and Rosemos. Penny Alavaca, Panama fishing village visit.
Then we have one last chorus by Pusha T, and then it ends kind of very suddenly, without much hurrah. Almost like they were saying, chill, it wasn't even that big of a deal. I'm not really sure I like how the song ends, but at least it wasn't a fade out.
Dancing, watching the dough blow. Trumpets and Rosemos.
Now, No Malice had only one verse in this song, which means that Pusha T had majority of the parts. And I think it's because Pusha T's voice is kind of lower and more narrative, which fits the cinematic vibes of the song. Now, I think Trumpets sounds very modern, but it has the creativity and groove of the past. But to be honest, some of Clipse's older stuff sounds futuristic, like their song When the Last Time. It has a kind of scary synth that definitely sounds like it's from the future. I think Clipse is just a creative bunch, and I'm actually very excited to see what the rest of their album sounds like. I think this song is imaginative, unworldly, expansive, has unique instrumentation and beat usage, and I really like it. So I'm gonna give this song a 9.8 out of 10 on the Mellometer. That was freaking cool, Clipse. Good job, and you've made a new fan. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, or even if you didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tell me what you guys thought of Ace Trumpets by Clipse, aka Pusha T and No Malice, in the comments below. Keep listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. It's a certain image, and that person, and that exactly the same as the first one did. I have terrible posture, and I'm singing cross-legged. Singing? My back hurts.